Everyone, welcome to Weaver Academy. So, I'm so super excited to meet you all with another interesting ethical hacking full course in the 2025. So, I was running a poll for a few weeks. Then I just a lot of people are interested to get a full course on ethical hacking. So that is the idea. So thanks for your input. So based on your feedback, I have just prepared this complete module. And after the successful of the reviews and feedbacks, which is from the cybersecurity for the beginners. In case if you are not watched that course, if you are a student and IT professionals and you are looking for a cybersecurity to understand from the scratch, that is the video. So you can go and gain the knowledge. So once if you are just watch that video and you know about all about the networking and everything about all the fundamentals of it, then please continue with this videos. So this videos a lot of tags about little bit intermediate level. So if you are a beginner, if you just wants to understand the concept, I would recommend it to you. Please go and check that video. It is a 8+ hours tutorial. In that I have made a completely understanding on like what is the networking and what is the system operating systems and lot of concepts I have driven over there. So if you're a beginner, that course will be definitely worth of it. Then once you are done, so probably you can watch out this videos over there. Okay, so what are the content I'm planning to cover on this chapter? Let's go and see it over there. So this is the course content. I've just planned to do it. So every chapter wise, I'll be posting the videos. So it's easy for you to cover up it. And so each chapter, it's currently, I just made a 14 chapter. Okay. So 14 chapter as per the industry standard. And I just simplified the version of certified ethical hacking. So basically, which is really needed for in the current needed and it is suitable for intermediate level people. I just made this course over there. So there are 14 chapters. So I'll be posting every chapter uh, as much as quicker possible so that you guys can cover up it over there. And finally, when I done with this course, the chapter 14, I'll be conducting a live question and answer session so that I'll be meeting you virtually via streaming so that you guys can get in touch with me. You can ask certain questions based on this topic or any other videos which is relevant to that. So we will try to utilize the live Q&A sessions for this course. So keep subscribe and keep follow me on it. So every chapter just try to finish with me so that we can easily catch up on chapter 14. I'm hoping looking forward to meet you all because I just plan to do a live streaming after so many years. In initial period I was doing on it. After certain factors reasons I unable to do it, but this chapter in the end of the chapter I'll be definitely meeting you guys in personal in the streaming live question and sessions I'll be doing on it over there. So these are the chapters. I'll try to cover as much as possible which is relevant to the industries and you guys can get a knowledge on it, and I'll try to make this course as an intermediate level so that you will get the knowledge about ethical hacking over there. So stay with me, and without further, we let get into the chapter 1. What is ethical hacking? Ethical hacking, also known as a penetration testing or white hat hacking, refer to the practice of intentionally probing a computer system, network, or applications to identify the vulnerabilities and security weakness. Unlikely the malicious hacker, ethical hacker have a permission from the organization to conduct these tests, and their goal is to improve security rather than exploit it. The key aspect of ethical hacking includes like permissions. So basically, ethical hacker always obtain explicit permission from the organization before conducting any test. This is a crucial to differentiate them from the malicious hacker. Assessment. They assess the security posture of the system by simulating the attack that a malicious hacker might perform. This includes testing for vulnerabilities, misconfigurations, and the weakness in the security protocol. Reporting. After conducting tests, the ethical hacker provide a detailed report to the organization, outlined the vulnerability found, the potential impact of these vulnerabilities, and recommendations for remediations. Compliance. Many organizations engage in ethical hacking to comply with the industry regulations and standards that require regular security assessment. And overall, it is a continuous improvement. Cybersecurity is a continuous improvement. Ethical hacking is a part of border security strategy that includes ongoing monitoring, training, and update to the security policies and practice. Overall, ethical hacking plays a vital role in helping organizations protect their data and system from the cyber threats. Difference between ethical hacker versus hacker. The term ethical hacker means it's basically ethical, so who does every related jobs ethically with the permissions. And the intention of ethical hacker is to secure the infrastructure. The malicious hacker is intention is to it's a malicious intent is purpose of it over there. So let's go and little bit try to understand more. People will get often misunderstood ethical hacker and hacker. So let's refer different types of individual with varying the intentions and method. So these are the key difference between two ethical hacker and hacker. The ethical hacker aim to improve security. Their intent is to improve the security. They work to identify and fix the vulnerabilities in the system to protect the organization from the malicious attack. Ethical hacker always seek for the permissions. They will test it within organization permissions. Their legal authorization is crucial for their activities. And the methods what ethical hackers use it, they will use the same technique as the malicious hackers, but they will not controlled or responsible manner over there. The intention is to test, evaluate, and fix the security loopholes. They follow a code of conduct and adhere to the legal and ethical standard. Once they have done their testings, they will report what are the findings and outline the vulnerabilities and recommendations for the improvement. So they also help organizations to meet the regulatory requirement and industry standard over there. But the black hat, which is a hacker, real hacker, their intention is a malicious intent. They will exploit vulnerabilities for just personal gain, just such as stealing data, causing damages, or distributing the services. And permission wise, they will always operate without permissions and often engage in illegal activities. Their actions are unauthorizations and lead to a criminal charges. The method how their hackers handle this use the various techniques to breach the securities, including malware, phishing, and social engineering, often with the goal of causing harm or theft. And since their intentions are malicious, they will not report, they will not update the findings. Their intention is completely a malicious intent, and they will may sell the stolen data or use it for the further attack. Lot of legal active hacking legally they will be doing because without permission they're doing on it, and it is can lead to the severe legal consequence including fine and impose. The primary difference lies in intentions and legality of their action. Ethical hacker work to protect and improve the security with permission, while the hacker exploit vulnerabilities for malicious purpose without authorization. There is also grey hat hacker who may operate in a morally ambitious space, sometimes testing the system without permission but without a malicious intent. There are types of ethical hacker. These professionals simulate cyber attacks on systems, network, or application to identify vulnerabilities. They use various tools and techniques to test a security measure and provide a detailed report on their findings. Vulnerability assessor. Vulnerability assessor focus on identifying and evaluating the security weakness in the systems and network. They conduct regularly scan, look for CV numbers, look for the vulnerabilities, and they will be once they find it the vulnerabilities, they will look for the reporting and they will see what are the recommendations over there. The only difference between the vulnerability assessor and the penetration tester is the test assessor will find the vulnerabilities, But the penetration testers will not stop only, they will go and perform active explorations also. So, but penetration testament will be just finding the vulnerabilities and they will stop over there. Security auditor. Security auditors review and access an organization's security policies, procedures, and control. So basically, security auditors are more responsible into GRC, governance, risk, and compliance. They ensure compliance with the industry standards and regulations like ISO 27001, PCIDSS, or HIPAA compliance, GDPR compliance. So all these factors, they are the solo responsible. They may conduct audits to evaluate the efficacy of the security measures. Red teamers. Red teamers are ethical hackers who simulate a real world attack to test an organization defense. They take on a role of an adversary and attempt to breach a security measure, often working in a conjunction with a blue team. Defensive security teams are to improve overall security postures. Blue team, while not hackers in the traditional sense, blue teams are responsible for defending against attacks. Kind of a SOC operations, SOC analyst, or maybe blue teamer, they can call it as. They monitor the systems, respond to the incident, and implement security measure to protect against threat. Ethical hacker may work closely with the blue team to enhance the security. Bug bounty hunter. Bug bounty hunters are independent ethical hackers who participate in bug bounty program offered by organizations. They rehearse, they search for vulnerabilities in the softwares, the web applications, or the systems and report to the organization in exchange of reward or recognition. Application security specialist. These ethical hackers focus specially on the security of the web applications. They access webs, they look for the API securities, they look for the three-tier architectures of the designs and or mobile applications for vulnerabilities, conduct a code review and perform security testings to ensure that applications are secure from the attackers. Network security engineer. Network security engineer specialized in securing the network infrastructure. They assess network configuration, implement security measures, and conduct penetration testing to identify vulnerabilities in the network systems. IoT security expert. With the rise of Internet of Things, these ethical hackers focus on securing IoT devices and network. They access the security of connected devices and work to identify the vulnerability specifically to the IoT environments. Cloud security specialist. These professionals focus on securing the cloud environment and services. It can be a SaaS solution, it can be a PaaS, it can be IaaS. So infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, or software as a service. Or you can be any cloud solutions. It can be a private cloud, public cloud, or hybrid, but their intention is to secure the cloud infrastructure. Each type of ethical hacker play a crucial role in enhancing an organization's security posture and protecting against cyber threat. These specific focus area and methodology may vary, but their unlimited goal is to improve the security and mitigate the risk. Phases of ethical hacking. Planning, reconnaissance, scanning, gaining access, maintaining access, analysis and reporting, and finally remediation. Planning and preparations. So any ethical hacking is defined as defining the scope. Determine the scope of engagement, including the system, network, and applications to be tested. Obtain explicit permission from the organization and try to gather as much as information, whether you're going to do a black box testing, white box testing, or gray box testings. And also try to understand the organization of the security policies, compliance requirement, and any specific goals for the assessment over there. Then probably based on that, just define the team members and the roles to do a assessment over there. Reconnaissance is basically called as the information gathering. There are two types of reconnaissance. One is passive reconnaissance, active reconnaissance. Passive reconnaissance collect information about the target without direct interaction, such as using information available in public record, Google databases, social medias, and domain name searches. Active reconnaissance actively gather the information by scanning the target networks and systems to identify live host, open ports, and services are running over there. Scanning, network scanning, use tools to identify active devices on the network, their IP addresses, and the services are running over there. So identifying do by basically running a ports map scans and identifying the service enumerations, or you can run a vulnerability scanning, scan the identify systems for known vulnerabilities using automated tools. This will help in identifying the weakness that could be exploited. Gaining access. Exploitations attempt to exploit the identified vulnerabilities to gain unauthorized access to the system or the data. This phase simulates the real world attack to test the efficacy of the security measure. Social engineering. In some cases, ethical hacker may use social engineering techniques to test the human factors or manipulate the human into and convince the compromise the security. So basically, the social engineering technique called phishings or pretexting. Maintaining access after the gaining the access, maintaining the access is very important. So in the maintaining access, there are two chapter will be coming on it. So one is post exploitation, which is determine how long an attacker could maintain access to the system. This may involve installing a backdoor or other method to ensure continued access. Privilege escalations attempt to gain higher level of access with the system to demonstrate the potential impact of a successful attack. And analyze and reporting. Once all the testings are done, document everything as a compile a detailed report of the vulnerabilities discovered, the method used to exploit them, the potential impact on the organization. Recommendations providing an actionable recommendation for remediating and improving the security posture based on the finding. Finally, remediations. Work with the organization to address the identified vulnerabilities and implement the security improvements over there. After remediation, conduct a follow-up test steps to ensure that vulnerabilities, whatever have identified due places, are effectively addressed, that security measures are functioning as intent. So these are the remediations they have to do it over there. By following these phases, ethical hacker can systematically identify and address the security vulnerabilities by helping the organization strengthen their defense against potential cyber threats. Importance of ethical hacking in 2025. The importance of ethical hacking is expected to grow significantly by 2025 due to several factors related to evolving cyber security landscape. And here are the some key reasons why ethical hacking will be a crucial in coming years. Increasing cyber threats. As technology advances, cyber threats are becoming more sophisticated and prevalent. Organizations will need ethical hacker to identify the vulnerabilities before malicious actor can exploit them. Expansion of digital transformation. With more with more business adopting a business technologies, cloud services, and IoT devices, the attack surface is expanding. Ethical hacker will be essential in accessing the security of these technology and ensure they are protecting against potential threats. Regulatory compliance. With a growing concern about the data privacy and protection, organizations will need to ensure that their systems are secure. Ethical hacker can help identifying the weakness that could lead to a data breach and ensure compliance with the data protection law. Supply chain security. As organizations rely more on the third party vendor and partner, the security of the supply chain become critical. Ethical hacker can access the security posture of the vendor and help the organization mitigating the risk associated with the third party relationships. Rise of remote work. The shift to remote work has introduced new security challenges. Ethical hacker will be need to access the security of the remote access solution, home network, and employee devices to ensure that they are secure against potential attacks. Emerging technologies. Emerging technologies such as AI, Gen AI, machine learning, and blockchaining are becoming more prevalent. Ethical hackers will play a crucial role in identifying the vulnerabilities in these technologies and ensure their secure implementation. Incident response prepared readiness. Organizations will increasingly recognize the importance of the being prepared by cyber incident. Ethical hacker can help develop and test the incident response plan, ensure that organizations can respond effectively to the security breaches. Public awareness and education. As the awareness of security issues grows, organization will prioritize the security training and awareness for employees and educate them. Ethical hacker can contribute to the training program, help employees recognize and respond to the potential threat. Reputation management. A stronger security posture is essential for the business because business is really depend on the reputation. If business lose the reputation, they lose everything over there. So to maintain the reputation, they have to maintain a good security posture. So that's how they can maintain the customer trust and the brand reputation. Ethical hackers has actually helping the organization in identifying and address the vulnerabilities and reducing the risk of data breaches that could damage their reputations. The importance of ethical hacking in 2025 will be driven by increasing the complexity of cyber threat, the expansion of digital technologies, regulatory requirements, and the need for the organization is to protect the sensitive data and maintain customer trust. Ethical hacker will be essential partner in helping organization navigate these challenges and strengthen their overall security posture. MITRE ATT&CK framework. MITRE ATT&CK framework is a comprehensive knowledge base that document the tactics, technique, and procedures, which is called TTPS, used by cyber adversaries. It is designed to help the organization understand and improve their cybersecurity posture by providing a structured way to analyze and respond to the cyber threat. Here are the key components features of the MITRE attacks. The first one is tactics, which is they represent the high level objectives that adversary aim to achieve during an attack. Each tactics correspond to a stage in the attack lifecycle, such as initial access, execution persistence, privilege escalation, defense aviation, credential access, discovery, lateral movement, collections, exfiltrations, and impact. So these are the tactics. So now how the hackers are achieving what is happening during the attack. The techniques, these are the techniques, specific method that adversary use to achieve their tactical objectives. Each technique provide a detailed information about how an attacker can be executed, including example and potential mitigations. Sub-techniques. Some techniques have a sub-techniques that provide a more granular details about specific variations of technique. This allows for a deeper understanding how adversaries may implement a particular method. Procedure describes like the actual implementation of the technique by cyber threat actors. This include a real world example of how adversaries have used certain techniques in the past. Mitigations. The frame provides a recommendation for mitigating the risk associated with a specific technique. These mitigations can help organizations strengthen their defense against potential attack. Detections. The MITRE ATT&CK framework also include the guidelines how to detect the use of the same specific technique. This can help the security team identify and respond more effectively over there. So let's walk through a little bit on the MITRE ATT&CK framework. So you just need to go to attack.mitre.org. So this is a website. So if you go here, you can see that there are like tactics, techniques, and the defense part is given over there. So under tactics, you can see that it have enterprise, mobile, and ICS is there. And also it have a matrices, which is can help you to understand more over there. So if you go to the tactics, so these are the tactics, or it will have every number in reconnaissance, what is happening, initial access, execution. This is what I am talking about. So when you go about all the things line by line items, this will talk about the techniques. So for a privilege escalations, how the hackers actually the privilege escalations can be happen because of the system weakness, misconfigurations, and vulnerabilities over there. So how the hackers can use the technique how they can do a privilege escalation. Privilege escalation, nothing but it's just gaining a higher level permission. So basically, administrator permissions on the system or network, so that I can do perform anything which is not without any permission. So just they will elevate the permissions on it. So there are like a bypassing the user account controls. So they can there are a lot of techniques how they achieve this things over there. Okay, and if you go to the metrics as an enterprise, you can see that the techniques and tactics will be there. So let's just give a time, let's load it. So if you see here, this is all the under reconnaissance. So users hacker will do first of all active scanning, then probably what will happen on the reconnaissance phases, every actions will be given over there. If you want to know what is the active scanning is done in here, so you can just click that button or you can select anything over there. It will take you to the respective page. There it talks about how the user means how the hackers can gain the what kind of attacks they will be just basically. So basically if we said uh, they will be performing a scans, and it's basically they are sending as a ICMP protocol, which is a ping protocol. So most of the organization will disable the ping so that they will not able to identify it. So this is what active scanner, they gather the information during the targets over there. So even it have a mitigations as well. So what how you can prevent your from the active scanning, how you can keep your organizations from that. And also it have a detections like how you can detect it. Maybe probably you can enabling the firewall and integrating with the sim tools or involving IDS and IPS can detect such attacks and just intend for the traffic flows, and it can trigger alert over there. So you can just basically call, just monitor the network data over there, and communications are happening. Whether it's see that any suspicious, you can achieve those things over there. So by just clicking this, you can go and do it over there. So under techniques, these are the sub techniques are there. So they talk about under there are like a lot of things are there. So you will do it. So as a security advisor, if suppose you are planning to understand more about like what are the real time hackers will be doing on it. So we I'll show you like there is a in the MITRE attack you can use a navigator. By using the navigator, you will have a more controls, and you can go with the probably it is you can understand for each attacks. Maybe it depends upon your organizations. Maybe your organization is a payment related organization, or your IT sector or healthcare industries. So you can pick the organizations and thread to that, and you can just correlated with the MITRE attack. So I'm going to show that. So all you just need to do is you have to go to MITRE attack GitHub page. You don't need to worry, I'll be providing all the link in the description so you can go in. So you just need to go to GitHub MITRE attack navigator. So all you just need to go to the latest version, which is a 3.1. You can go whether enterprise or for the mobile, if depends upon your requirement, but I'm just going to show on the enterprise. At the version, the attacker version is 7.2. So just click this attacker version, and this will take you to the navigator over there. So this is how it will be. Just give us some time, it will load, and you whatever you have seen in that page, it all the informations will be there, like initial access, execution. So attacker, this is where the complete the phase how the hackers will be, what each execution, what kind of attack they will be doing, how they are getting a persistence in everything over there. So to first of all, it just imagine I just want to know my organization or my competitor or any other organization threat to me is there are like hacker groups out there. So which hacker group is basically targeting the my related industries over there? So example, let me take if I want to search for a APT hacker group, which is a uh, very famous group which is for ransomware. So all I just need to go to the this plus multi select, where here I can select the thread group, or I can go with the software related, what software is I'm using, or I can go with the mitigation strategies as well. So in this case, I'm just going to select APT32, which is a malware group, which is basically that they do a lot of ransomware. So just I'm going to select this one. So once you selected, you can see that their how their way. So basically every hacker group has their own way of style it. So they will be drive by compromise. Then after that, they do executions. So each this is a layer by layer. They are just gaining access. This is what has for the record they have done. So here you can go and analyze whether you have a controls mitigations, and you can. So either you can go one more step and you can filter with like what kind of operating platform you're just looking on it. You can go to the platform, you can look for Windows or Linux or Mac OS. In case if your environment is running on Windows and Linux, you can do it. Or if you are running as a Active Directories, which is Office 365, Azure environment. So based on that, you can keep selecting and you can just do it over there. Also, you can do a quick comparisons of two kind of attacks as well. You can do it over there. So by just going the background colors, so you can filter with the score. Just type the score value as a 3, and you can see these are the risk score. So based on the risk score, you can highlight it and you can go and figure it out there. So there are like a MITRE attack. It is a completely it's a different one. There are like a lot of things you can do it over there. I'll make it very simple. MITRE attack is something like a very important, and they use there are like by using a MITRE attack frameworks probably used for threat intelligence. So organizations that use the frameworks to analyze the threat intelligence reports and understand the techniques and tactics used by the specific threat attack, as we done it in the same case. So we just APT32, we understand their techniques and tactics. And for a red team and penetration testing, ethical hackers and red teams can leverage the framework to simulate the real world attacks. So basically, I'll be just doing and I'll be perform this kind of attacks and just evaluate the security posture, how it is actually works over there, and ensure all the wide range of tactics and techniques are covered over there. Incident response. Security team can use this MITRE framework to guide their incident response effort, helping them identify the tactics and technique and use to in attack and respond accordingly over there. Security operation based on the MITRE attack frameworks, the SIM tool basically use cases can be created. So the detections can, so if the framework can be used for the security operation by helping the team prioritizing the alerts, focusing on the most relevant threat based on the techniques and tactics used by the adversaries over there. And also, this frameworks can be used for training the educate given providing for the security professionals about the common attack method, and also defining the policies, controls and governance, and other streams also you can do it how to defend against them. Risk assessment and management. So this is also help in a risk assessment one, so that you can based on that you can sense like how likely, how you can base what is the risk score. So organization can access their security posture again the technique, outline their framework and identify the gap and area for the improvement over there. So there are like a lot of purpose can be do in the MITRE attack framework. So I'll make it very simple here. I'm not going to in detail about how to do it over there. If you are really needed for like a specifically dedicated tutorial on MITRE attack, if you're interested, feel free to comment below. I based on your I'll be taking on it. And also if you are already using the MITRE attack frameworks part of your penetration testings and red teams or any other things, feel free to comment below. What is your industries actually use your MITRE attack for your daily purpose, how they using, please feel free to comment it over there. Or how you use your MITRE attack, or do you know about what this MITRE attack, or what is you are really interested and how you will using your own opinion, personal opinions also. Feel free to comment below so that I'm happy to know that, and you can share your knowledges as well to the folks over there. So the MITRE attack framework is a valuable resource for organization looking to enhance the cybersecurity capability. By providing a structured approach to understand adversary behavior, it has helped organization improve their defense, respond to the incident more effectively, and stay ahead of evolving cyber threats. The frame is continuously updated to reflect new tactics and techniques as they emerge into the threat landscapes over there. So it is very interesting. And so now we are in the end of this chapter. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to help you to set up a simple cybersecurity lab setups. So lab is very important in cybersecurity because that's how you can learn or upskill your knowledges, whatever I'm going to teach in this one. So as a first step, setting up a lab is very, very important. So the hardware requirement, at least you should have a Intel or AMD processor, which is have a head series, we end with a head series. So basically these are have a more core processor, heavy clock speeds, so that you can run a virtualizations without any lag over there. Try to have at least a minimum 8 GB hard disk. If suppose you are having a minimum, if you're not having a less memory, please see if your laptop can be upgraded. Most of the modern laptops are comes basically by default 8 GB, and if suppose you are the laptop have a feasibility to upgrade to 16 GB or 32 GB, feel free to do it over there, because the higher number of RAM, it is more useful for to run a multiple virtual missions, and you can develop your cybersecurity labs over there. And hard disk, try to have at least 150 GB hard disk for just setting up the lab over there. If you are having a Mac M1 and M2, it's yeah, it's okay, but problem is you cannot able to run a Metasploit table 2, or probably you need to purchase other softwares or other components. It's a little bit tricky, and you need a little technical efforts to resolve it over there. So I'll just see if you're having this recommended configurations, and even if you're a Mac having an Intel based Mac, fine, you're absolutely fine, you can go and use it over there. So without delay, I'm just going to show you how to set up the simple cybersecurity lab. So this is a basically very, very simple lab. I'm not going to install a lot of things over there. So what I'm going to do is the hypervisor, the virtualization software, what I'm going to use is VMware Workstation. If you are need to looking for an alternative, I'm okay with use to VirtualBox. The VMware Workstation, why I'm saying is it's more it's a lightweight, and it won't it will the virtualization, the managing, it's very well actually managed. And now it is actually workstation is it's free for everyone for the normal purpose, for your personal purpose. So earlier it is actually it's a paid versions was there, so but now the VMware Workstation for personal use, it's completely free. All you just need to go to the VMware Workstation page, and you just need to sign up and download this page. So it's very simple. Then once you downloaded the VMware Workstation, once you downloaded the VMware Workstations, so now we will be virtualizing the hardware over there. If suppose you doesn't know what does mean virtualization, or you just again getting into this video for it, I recommended to go and check my the complete beginner uh, tutorial. So there I have talked about what is the virtualization, how the virtualization actually works. So you'll get a more idea about it on us as well, and you can come back to C0. Then after that, I'm going to install three virtualized machines over there. One is Kali, which is a ethical hacker operating system, very, very famous. It comes with a preloaded offensive security tool, and we really need that to operating systems to perform and to learn this course over there. And I'm going to install two other more instance. One is Windows 10 and in Linux, which is a Metasploitable 2. Metasploitable 2 is a completely a vulnerable machine. Even the operating system is vulnerable. Even the component, whatever it is running, also vulnerable. And in that, there is a one of application is also running that is also more vulnerable. The Metasploitable 2 is created in the intention is fully vulnerable, so that you can learn, and by hacking those machines, you can get a knowledge on the tool and as well on the hacking concepts over there. So we need to get hands-on experience. We just need the Metasploitable 2, and we just parallelly we going to focus Windows 10 as well, so that because widerly the Windows 10 operating systems are used it over there. So to get the same experience and feel and those things, so we will try to make we will test it, we will try to install payloads, we will for that things we again need the Windows 10 machines as well. So these three operating systems we are going to download and install it over there. So let's go and to the respective websites, and I'll show you how to download it over there. So first of all, you just need to go to Kali Linux machines. So you just need to go to www.kali.com. Under Kali.com, you just need to go download. Here it is already a virtual machines will be there. You can select this one and select the recommended. In this my case, I'm just going to VMware. If suppose you are planning to install this machine in a virtual box or Hyper-V, you can download it. The steps are simple, same. So in this case, I'm just going to download the VMware. So the size of the VMware is this version is for this completely already pre-installed image. Basically, this is something like it's already built it pre-built it virtual machine. So only thing is you just need to download and export it to the VMware, and it's good to go start easily without any huddle installations and those things over there. So the image size of this one is 3.2 GB. So you can, by just clicking this button, you can download over there. Once you are downloaded, you just need to go to the Windows 10 disk image ISO file. So you can just go to the Windows 10 and this version. So since we are running in the Windows 10 machine, so you will not able to see with the will be like you can need to download this Windows 10 installation media. Probably if you are familiar with it, you can download this tool and just click it and download ISO. But other way, I'll show you that you can go to this extension, user agent switcher and management. Just add to the Firefox. Once you are added, it will be like this one. So here you can select the operating system. In case I'm just switching this to Mac and selecting the Firefox. So basically by changing the user agent, so the machine thinks that the operating system, whatever the download, thinks that you are operating from the Mac OS or something else. So I have just switched it. See, if you see, once I switched it, the operating system thinks that I am just downloading, even though it is a Windows, but still the machine thinks that I'm just using the Mac. So that is why I'm getting this option. So all I just need to do is download Windows 10 multiple versions and confirm. And this will take you and choose the which version you wanted. Like I'm just giving English, United States, and just give a confirm. And it will ask you which is 30-bit 2 or 64-bit. So I just give a 64-bit and just download it over there. So this is how you can download the Windows 10 machines. So once you download Kali Windows 10, the next one is Metasploitable 2. So you just need to go to Rapid7 page, and under that you can go to the Metasploitable, download now. So it will ask you to save the files over there. So you can click and save this file by just downloading. I have downloaded all this file. So now I'll show you that how you can go and set up it over there. The So if you're not sure about how to download the VMware workstations, again, you can just go to the VMware. It is actually, the company is acquired by Broadcom. So you just need to go to this page and you can click VMware Workstation Pro download. You just need to click this one and it will take you to the broadcom.com page. There you just need to sign in, which is a simple sign in. You just need to sign in with your proper registered email address, and once you are done, there you can get in login and you can download VMware Workstation for a free. As we are going to use this for a personal, so no need to worry about it. If suppose you are just plan to have used to this VMware Workstation for a commercial purpose, please make sure you're not doing this without. So please use the license accordingly. And if suppose you just downloaded for personal edition one, and if you are using for a commercial purpose, you will be get into trouble and you will be face a legal issues. So please ensure. Now we have downloaded everything. So we have a Kali machine, we have Windows 10 machine, we have Metasploit table, and finally we have a Windows workstations over there. So now I'll show you how you can set up this machines by one, so that you can start the so that so I have downloaded the Kali Linux, Metasploit, Windows 10 successfully. Okay, so now I'll show you how to install it. So I probably you could have it's very simple. Once you download it, you just workstation and install it. The installation is very simple. Just need to click next kind of thing. Okay, so now we are good to go with it. So first of all, we will create a network. So that is very important, because everything has to be in an isolated network, so that it'll because all we are hacking and everything we are just doing, right? So it will prevent our host operating systems from those things over there. So to do that, we just go to edit virtual network editor. So this will open a network configurations. So all you just need to do is you have to create a new VMs. So I have already created a VNet, which is a NAT, which is on this following IP addresses. Or you can create a new configurations as well. So here you can create a VNets by adding a new network. You can add like a VNet, whatever the numbers you can give it, and followed by you can select which is a NAT. NAT is nothing but network address translator. So basically the IP address will be different range from the actual one. Okay. The bridge connect is something like it's whatever your Wi-Fi router is having, same IP address will be assigned to the this virtual machines as well. But it is not recommended because we are just creating a cybersecurity lab. So it is not a good idea. So we have to convert a NAT. The third option is host only. That means it will have only internal network. It means basically it doesn't have internet kind of things. It will just work only with the VMs only. So we will at the moment we will just stick with the second option. Once you just make sure you just tick all these two boxes, and you can give any IP address ranges, or you can take the default one as well. So this is what the IP ranges will be assigned when you are installing the virtual machines on this one. Automatically it will is assigned it over there based on the DHCP, which is a dynamic host control protocol. Okay, so once we are done, just click OK, and this one in my case I have already done it, so I'm not just applying a cancel. So now we are good to go. So now I have downloaded whatever I have downloaded. I just extracted all the files. You can see that this is pre-installed VDK files. You can see it over there. So all the files I have downloaded, I have extracted, and I just created a folder called virtual machine. Then under this folder virtual machines, I'm just created so that it will be in a categorized manner. So that is the reason I just trying to do here. So now we'll go under this my computer. Let's create a new folder called Cybersecurity Lab. Okay, and I'm going to install it. So first of all, we're going to install Kali. So file, scan for virtual machine, and just go and point the browser where your things. In my case, it is in a D folder under virtual machine, and this is the file Kali one. Just select and click OK. Next, and this will be pointing you already there is a VDK file, that is what is pointing on it. So click next, and copy the selected machine to where. So I'll just stick it the same location only because I have already selected from there only. So I'm just keeping it there only. I'm not going to create. So let finish. So now if you see that it is done, so let close it. What I'm going to do is I'm just dropping this to under cybersecurity lab, so that all the it will be in a folder structured manner. Okay, so now what I'll do is let me go and see all the settings whatever it is there. So if you see that the memory allocated for is 2 GB and processor is 4 and hard disk is 80.1, and it is using a NAT network and USB controls and everything there. To edit this virtual machine settings, just click edit, and in my case I am sufficient of RAM is having, so I'm just increasing to 4 GB. In case if you are having a 8 GB RAM, so stick with the 2 GB is fine. So I just going with the same option and just ensuring the network what I selected. So in this one I have created a my own network, so I have to go to LAN segmentation, select the LAN. So just go to the customs. So in this case I just created a custom one. So just click the custom, and here I have to select VNet NAT. So this is the LAN network which I have created. What basically what you created, I have created VNet. Maybe it's different whatever your name you're given, or you can use the same name as well. So click OK, and the settings will be changed over there. Just ensure when you are making these changes, the VM should be in the off state, otherwise it won't happen. So just take the power of this machine, just power on it. So now we have successfully installed Kali machine. So it's actually booting, and without any hurdle, we just install the Kali, right? It's very simple. So that is why we just download the pre-installed machines. So it's easy to go and launch it. So we just started. So the password is Kali, and username is Cali. That is what. So pre-installed one. So just click login. This will take you to the inside of the Kali. The reason why I want you guys to use a VMware workstation is two things. One is it gives a better virtualization one, and also this is already comes with a pre-installed virtual box. I mean, sorry. So second one is it's already installed with tools which is whatever required for it, so that the screen optimizations and everything will happen automatically over there. So if you see that I have installed Callis successfully. So now what you need to do is let me close this one so that so there are like a option you can go to the VM and take a snapshot of it. The snapshot is why we are taking a snapshot is we will be keep making some changes, right? So if suppose something has got break or it is not working as expected, so using this snapshot we can restore the one. So I'm just taking a clean state of it. So that means when I installed, this is the exact one image was there. So in case tomorrow I was trying to install something and got breakup or something else, so I no need to worry if suppose Kali got crashed or it's not booting up, grub got things, nothing to worry about. So I can revert the snapshot, just go to the VM and snapshot. So you can see just by clicking that, I can revert to the snapshot. So even you can using these options as well. You can do it over there. So that's why it's very easy and do it over there. And second thing is I'm just it have a multiple tabs wise. You can switch it easily in the VMware. It's a user more friendly VMware workstations are there. So now what we will do is let's try to go and install the Metasploit table 2. So to do that, steps are same thing. File, scan for the virtual machine, and we'll go to the browse location. In my case, it is D and virtual machine, and select the Metasploit table 2. Select next, and it is have identified the machine's virtual boxes there. So let me click and finish. Again, what I'll do is I'll just drop it inside the cybersecurity. So all the files. Now again, I'll go to the settings of it. And for this one, Metasploit table, it's a very tiny machine, and you can it's just run with the 512 MB, and it is you no need to do anything. Only the change what I'm going to do is I need to switch it to the network adapter to the customs, which is in my case VNet NAT. So that's what. So click OK, and that is the only change I'm doing. And let me power on the machine. So if suppose you are getting this messages, you just put it like I copied it kind of thing. You just put it over there. So the machine is just pretending that means what will happen is when they have maybe configured in some other machines and just we are using that version, right? So probably it will see the system have a different configurations. So that is was to confirm it whether you made any actions or changes or something else. So since you don't need to, I just do like a I copied it, so it will ignore and it goes over there. So it is actually starting. The Metasploit table is something like it's not a graphical interface one, it's just a command based one. So you don't need to worry about it. The intention is we just going to perform all the hacking in the Metasploit table 2 only, because this machine is completely vulnerable. We're not going to do anything furthermore on the Metasploit, like we're not going to run anything, we're not going to uh, using any graphical interface devices, anything on this purpose softwares or anywhere here. Okay, so everything we will be doing on the Kali missions here only. Okay, now the missions actually is Metasploit table is starting. Let's give some time, the mission will get started. So the Metasploit table is started. You can see that the advantage of see you can switch it like a tab between the virtual missions. So that is why I recommended to do it. So I'll do one more thing is when you put it in the full screen. So see, this is the Metasploit table is there. So if suppose you're stuck, your cursor is stuck inside this one, you just need to press Control G. So to come bring out the cursor from away out from this virtual boxes. So just type Control G or just try Control Alt. So you can see I can able to switch the VMs. I can easily switch it between it. So you don't need to, it's easy for you, just like tab, right? So it's very easy to do that thing. Okay. So now what I'll do is let me go and take a snapshot of this Metasploit table as well. Every time whenever you do some changes or something else, try to take a snapshot. Uh, Keep taking a snapshot is always a good practice. whenever you're just doing some changes and you look that the version is stable, and that will just take a try to take a multiple snapshot, but just ensure the snapshots will consume a space. So don't try to install a lot of snapshots. Whenever you feel that you made some change and that changes are stable, uh, so you can take a snapshot at that point. Okay, try to avoid taking a lot of snapshot because that is also consume space on your hard disk. So be aware of it over there. So now next what we'll do is we're going to create a final version of Windows 10 Vision. So to do that file, we'll create a new virtual machine, typical just one, and here we have to select the image one. So in this my case, I'm just going to select the Windows 10, which is we have downloaded. Click next. Here you can select whatever. Here I'm just going with the Pro Edition, and the full name you can give it as, in my case I'm just giving Fever Academy, and the password whatever water you can give it over there. Just but try to give a simple password because this is a lab environment. So if suppose you just forgot the password, there is no way to reset or something else, otherwise you have to start over. So just try to keep a simple password and click next. Yes, we don't have a product key, so it's fine, just click S. You where you want to install this file. So again I have to go to my D folder under virtual machine. I'm just creating a folder called Windows 10. Under this one I have to create my one. So let me click next. Yes, at least you need a 60 GB minimum maximum. I'll store the virtual machine disk as a single, so tomorrow if I want to export or something, it's easy for me to copy. So I'm just going with this option, click next, and it will give you like all the information. So by memory it's just 2 GB. If you want to customize the hardware, so I'm just increasing to 4 GB. And network adapter, I'm just selecting the custom to the one, click OK. So all the changes are done. Now I'll finish it. I just make sure you're not uncheck this power on this virtual machine after creation, because I'll do it when I want it. So this is now it is creating a disk, and once the disk is done, we can start the installation. So good thing about one more VMware workstation, good thing is it will means it will automatically install the usernames and everything, will configure everything. It's a something that's a good thing for user beginner. So that is why I recommended to go with the VMware workstation. Uh, it's have a lot of options. If it is something like the paid one, I will not recommend it. But now VMware Workstation is actually completely free, and it is more convenient and it's very good in handling the virtualizations compared to VirtualBox. I used VirtualBox as well, but problem with the VirtualBox is I will not have this kind of user tabs over there, and it has its own unique features as well. But I feel that running a VMware workstation is more comfortable. So that's why I switch it, and I'm just recommending to all my subscribers and my students and whoever asking for a which hypervisor. I'm just asking them to go with the VMware workstation. Even if suppose you want to use Hyper-V as well, Hyper-V is again comes with the Windows operating systems. It's a again it's a inbuilt one. It is also a little speeder, but if you need a little understanding, because the technology, the concepts where in Hyper-V's will be little differ. Probably you can do that as well. That is more gives you like little more faster those natures as well. So now if you see that the setup is we have configured it. Now just power on this virtual machine. So the setup will start in a minute. So let's see, it will automatically takes everything. So it's a less user interactions will be required because we have given the usernames, we have given what version you need to select. So it will do automatically the partitioning, everything, and it's very simple. This is what I say. Setup is starting, right? So see, automatically it'll flush the information what we have featured in the initial phase. So it goes and select the operating systems, and this will go and create a users and everything. So that's a good thing about it. So if you see that installation is started, I'll come back once installation is completed. So in the interest of the time, the installation is going. So you can use this option by stitching so that you will get the full screen of the Metasploitable. So Metasploit login pages password is msf admin. and password is msf admin, so that you will go inside login of this one. So just keep it in case if you need it. So this is a username and password for the Metasploit table over there. So see, still the Windows installation is going on. It depends upon, it will take your speed and everything depends upon your memory and hard disk speed and rate, right? So this will take a time, and I'll come back once installation is completed. So I have successfully installed Windows 10. So if you see that, Kali is actually running and the Metasploit table is also running, Windows 10 is running. So we have successfully installed three different operating systems. So Kali is basically it's a offensive security Linux based ethical hacking operating systems, which comes with all the security tools. So when we can use it, this one. And Metasploit table, it's completely a vulnerable machine which comes runs in applications vulnerably, and this machine is completely designed in a vulnerable manner so that you can learn and you can do it. This Windows 10 for our own testings and by running a malware, and we will be whatever the Windows 10s related, because Windows 10 and Windows 11 are widely used operating systems in industries. So to get the same hands-on experience on the Windows environments, so for that experience, I have installed the Windows 10 as well. So now we have successfully in set up simple cybersecurity lab. Next chapter, I will walk you with like what is mean footprinting and reconnaissance. What is this technique actually is there? And also I'm going to walk you with the tools, how you can using those tools, you can do maybe just information, you can do information gathering like active enumerations and passive enumerations, you can do it, and what are the tools you can use it and how you can use the tools, and you can do footprinting and reconnaissance also. I'll be showing on it in check chapter. Thank you all for joining me today. I hope you found this chapter 1 informative and valuable. If you are enjoying the tutorial, feel free to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you will not miss out any on upcoming chapters. Also, if you think someone else might benefit from this video, don't hesitate to share it with them as well. And also, if you are really enjoying this tutorial, don't forget to give a like. And also, consider giving a super thank on the YouTube. Your support helped me for future fund projects as well. Create more in-depth tutorials and bring advanced cybersecurity contents to also to the community also. The funding will be helpful on it. I love to hear your thoughts, so feel free to share your feedback in the comment below. Your input helps us shape the future of this channel. If you have any questions or need clarifications on anything covered today, you can always follow and reach out to me via on social media platform. Discards links are in the description. A huge thank you to all my subscribers. Your support keep me motivated to create even more valuable content for me. So keep supporting me so that I can able to achieve 20,000 subscriber before this year end. So stay safe, stay curious, and I'll see you in the next chapter. Bye for now. Take care.